Last week I made a video showcasing 10 upcoming VR games that I think a lot of you should be looking forward to in 2024. Well, it's pretty obvious there's more than 10 games coming in 2024, so here's another 10 that I think you need to be made aware of. Starting out with Medieval Dynasty New Settlement. It's coming to Quest later this year, and according to a Reddit post from the developers, it isn't the only headset they have planned. Medieval Dynasty New Settlement is a standalone VR spin-off of the highly successful flat game with a brand new map and quests. It's a roleplay sim with exploration. Your primary focus is survival, resource gathering, and creating a lasting dynasty. Constructions of buildings, cooking, hunting, and cultivating fertile fields. Now, to be honest, I've never really been a fan of this style of game, but for some reason, this one has really piqued my interest. Mannequin is an asymmetric multiplayer game for up to 5 players, filled with suspense, social deduction, and fast, sudden action. Play as the alien mannequins and set up deadly ambushes by posing as humans frozen in time. Or you can play as human agents and wield high-tech gadgets to neutralise the mannequins from a distance. Now, after having played this game with Mike at Gamescom, we both walked away massively impressed. The energy, anxiety and excitement levels make this definitely one of my favourite games to play online, and I'm very much looking forward to showing you some gameplay later this year. Aces of Thunder is coming only to PSVR 2 currently, and I can't wait to play it. After having experienced War Thunder in VR, my hype levels for this are pretty much top of the scale. War Thunder is one of the most detailed, realistic and fun World War II based air combat games I've ever played. Now, by looking on their Twitter page, there has been mentioning of DLC, which makes me wonder if the game will follow the Steam model and be free but with in-game purchases, which I think would be very welcoming and would definitely cause more people to simply take the plunge and download the game to try it. And while there's still no release date, I'm certain it's coming pretty soon in 2024. Wanderer was one of the best VR games I played in 2022. The various time periods were all interesting and all fantastic to explore due to being so beautifully made, and the voice work was perfect. The music was great, and the time travelling puzzles were so clever. You can tell at every moment in this game that so much thought has been put into it. Now the remaster, known as Wanderer Fragments of Fate, is coming soon to PSVR 2 and MetaQuest 3, and it promises better graphics and new gameplay features, and I can't wait to experience it all over again. Not many VR games get a remaster, but Wanderer is definitely one of the worthy ones.
Hitch up your britches, Asher. Something tells me we're in for one hell of an adventure!
We still have no response from you. We presume the worst.
Gunman Contracts started life as a mod in Half-Life Alyx and soon caught the attention of everyone who wanted a more exciting and realistic FPS experience. Now Gunman Contracts is coming as a standalone title with a complete single-player campaign which is customizable, similar to playing Hitman. There will be secondary objectives such as saving hostages, for example, and if you want to see some gameplay, my friend Mike from the VR Oasis dropped a video at the end of last year, and I'll leave that in the video description. Now, I can't have a VR games list without mentioning at least one horror game, and Affected the Asylum is my choice for this one. Affected the Manor was one of the original VR horror experiences most people experienced due to being pretty cheap and a straightforward, almost ghost house-like experience. And because of the price, I always recommended it to everyone who was looking for a jump scare. Well, the sequel is coming this year to all VR platforms, and with more focus on story and 4-player co-op, I believe this will be absolutely amazing online. There's still no solid release date, but I have a feeling it will be coming sooner rather than later. Attack on Titan VR was said to be releasing last year, but has been delayed by almost an entire year and said to be coming late in 2024. But after having recently watched the show on Crunchyroll, I'm still really looking forward to playing what looks like a truly intense and fast-paced VR experience. Zero Caliber is one of the OG VR FPSs and got a lot of coverage and content in its life cycle, and now the developers have said Zero Caliber 2 is coming in 2024. The original campaign back in the day was really fun, but my hype levels are not quite as high due to the unfortunate result we got with their last release, Gambit. I'm still very hopeful for these guys that are clearly talented, and I'm very much looking forward to testing Zero Caliber 2 soon. Now, I'm not sure how popular the original Swarm game was, but we have a sequel coming, so a lot of you must have enjoyed the first one like I did. As a personal fan of shoot 'em ups and roguelikes, I felt that Swarm had a lot going for it, and what essentially made Swarm really good to play was the amazing cel-shaded graphics, Spider-Man style swinging mechanics, and cool weapons to fight back waves of enemies. It always stayed entertaining, so I'm very much looking forward to the sequel coming later this year. Last but definitely not least is Vail VR. When it originally released on PC, I felt it did so many things right, and it even has a solid esport following, but unfortunately, due to mixed messaging prior to launch, pricing, and more crap like NFTs, which have now been completely scrapped, when it finally launched, it was pretty much dead online, which is such a shame. Good news is the game is now coming to Quest on February the 15th. I recently tried it and came away extremely impressed with what they have achieved. And since its launch, they've clearly added more content and game modes, and I'll soon be featuring it on the channel playing with some of the community members from Discord. Well, there it is everyone, there's 10 more VR games for you to look forward to in 2024. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to leave a like, subscribe for more VR content, and I'll see you all on the next one.